Hello, readers. We have been learning this month all about being balanced and how we can use our brains and our bodies and our minds to help us stay balanced and make balanced decisions. Now, the last couple weeks, we've talked a lot about how we can use this idea of being balanced to help us solve problems and make good decisions, usually whenever there's a conflict that happens, maybe with us or with something else or someone else. And we've seen that in some of the stories that you've been able to read over the last couple weeks. I was thinking about one other way that we can live a balanced life is by making sure that we take care of our bodies as well. Now, a lot of you already know from your families how we can continue to keep clean and why it's important to have good hygiene. That means taking care of our bodies, washing our hair, brushing our teeth, all of that good stuff. But I thought maybe we could read this nonfiction story together today and continue thinking about how we can live a balanced life using our personal hygiene. That means taking care of ourselves. So there's lots of different ways as we continue to grow up that we can learn how to take care of ourselves. So the first one is germs and hygiene. We've learned a lot about this in the past year. We have learned with COVID that there are germs everywhere and that we have to be really, really careful because if we don't wash our hands a lot, germs can transfer. They can transfer to surfaces. That means they can travel to different surfaces or even to other people. I'm not going to have time to read this entire book to you, but I'm just going to read a little bit of each page so we can continue to learn together. I learned from this page that some germs are actually good. Sometimes we think of germs as always being bad, especially because of the germs with COVID-19. Those germs have made us had to stay home more. We haven't been able to see people that we really love or even come to school. But I learned that some germs are good. Ones that live in our stomach, they actually help us digest our food. We want to make sure that we wash our hands, and then you can see that this little girl is being careful as she drinks from a public drinking fountain. Wow, I'm sure everybody does this. We have to brush our teeth, right? It says hygiene is the practice of keeping yourself and your surroundings clean. So that's why you might hear people say that big word hygiene. Personal hygiene. It means taking care of yourself and your surroundings. Clean hands, feet, and nails. We want to make sure that our hands stay clean. I know Mrs. Ferris, I actually have to wash underneath my nails and stuff, make sure that my feet are clean. Hands are also your first line of defense against germs and bacteria. As we wash our hands, we want to sing happy birthday twice to yourself. You probably already know all of this, but think about all of the things that your hands touch throughout the day. That's why we make sure not to share food at school as well. Whenever you do come back to school, we don't share food because we know our hands are touching food and then somebody else in our class's hands might be touching the food as well. One interesting fact that I learned is that bacteria, those little germs, they can grow under your long fingernails if we don't clip our fingernails or clean our fingernails. Also, when I was little, I used to bite my nails. But when we bite our nails and put our fingers in our mouth, that can cause germs to travel into our bodies. It puts us at a greater risk of getting a cold or getting sick because our fingers are in our mouth. Hair care and ear care. I know lots of you make sure to wash your hair and clean your face and your ears every day. We want to make sure that we don't pull our hair out. It says, don't pull your hair out over greasy hair. Wash it regularly instead. All right. Those were just a couple things that I wanted to highlight. Oh, and of course, taking care of your teeth. So important. I like this picture of the boy who is flossing his teeth, because I have to make sure to do that every day so that those so that nothing can rot our teeth. We want to make sure we floss as well. All right, I think that's all I have for you. I just wanted to read this book to you to remind you that we can live a balanced life by also making sure to take care of ourselves. And I know many of you have already learned this from your family, and your families are already teaching you how to take care of yourself in this way. But I thought it would be a good reminder to think about how we can continue to live a balanced life by taking ownership of this ourselves.